Hi everybody. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. If I don't even know if I'm late, but YouTube was having a little trouble this morning, so I want to be extra sure I had everything in line before I start the video. So, all right, because I actually added a hashtag on the video, which the hashtag is Rebecca Budig. I gotta give it up to her today because oh boy. Okay, but I gotta start from the start. Okay. So starting off from like where Friday left off. Okay, so now Sheila is in Taylor's bedroom because remember I heard moaning and she said groaning, but I heard moaning. Okay, so I was like, "Jeez, okay." But anyway, okay. So then Sheila says that she heard something, so she was afraid there was an intruder, right? But she doesn't know she doesn't know that Deacon, her husband, was with Taylor, right? Although I'm like, read the signs, honey. I mean, okay, now, okay, I know I may be jaded because I've been around the block a couple times. Okay, so I'm like, could you see the signs a bit quicker, please? Because okay, number one, if you're married, this is like a freak. It's gonna turn into a tutorial, but I'm gonna use Sheila as an example here. Okay, so if you're a woman and you're like, say, 40s or 50s, and I'm not saying I just picked an age. I don't mean any disrespect to anybody younger or anything like that. Okay, so assuming, you have to make one assumption. Assuming you're married or have a boyfriend, like a long term something. Okay. Okay. Now, for one, most women have the intuition, meaning that even when the signs aren't like glaring at you, you know something's wrong because you feel something's off. Okay. Now, I believe that Sheila felt that, but I guess she wished it away or something. And then example number two is that Deacon was not interested in her in the bedroom for a while until Taylor told him to try to get back together with your wife. Remember that part? And then they had an incredible night. Okay, but you have to remember the first part. He didn't want that at first, and he only did it to appease Taylor. Okay, so that's sign number two. Sign number three, four, and five is he starts lying to you, and he starts changing plans, and he starts acting like just weird, off. Okay, I gave you five signs in like 10 seconds about your marriage or whatever is going wrong. So, Sheila, honey, for the love of everything holy, please see the signs. Okay, so here's the part where it's funny because my title today is LOL, right? Okay, so they literally bring on the comic relief because, okay, number one, let's see. Oh, Sheila made a joke about her toes again. And like I said, you have to be kind of a long term viewer to know that kind of joke because you have to know the impetus of the whole thing, right? Okay, so that's part number one. But then part number two is somehow Deacon is so stealth that he was able to, I don't know, get out of bed, like jump out of bed and jump out a window because I saw him like okay um because they show Taylor. It looks like Taylor's in bed alone. Okay, but you see, they go over to Deacon, and he's outside on the ledge or something, and I'm like, what in the? Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know people escape from windows still because I remember a retro episode where Eric and Donna were cheating because Eric was still married to Stephanie and Eric was out on the ledge. And then the next episode, right after that, they have the photo of him on the ledge. And so I was like, oh, okay. Well, this is 39 years later, and apparently they still do that. Didn't know that. Okay, so why? Okay, the LOL moment was, um, I'm gonna use the term self-love. Apparently, Sheila thought that Taylor was trying some self-love. Infer what you will, and you're probably right. Okay, I'm just not saying that word on the stream just in case. So, but yeah, because at first you think, well, maybe Sheila thought that there was an intruder, like you could buy it, right? But I'm like, honey, look around. What does it look like to you? It looks romantic to me because there's candles and everything. And and then finally Sheila puts it together in like 5 seconds or something. And I'm like, yes, finally. Hello. Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't you were having a moment by your," and I'm like, "No, not by her." And then when she said by yourself, I'm like, "No, not by herself." But because Deacon wasn't there or she didn't see him, she assumes that it was self-love. Okay? But yeah. Okay. So meanwhile, um and I haven't even gotten to the storyline yet. Okay. So then, meanwhile, Deacon went home, I guess. I'm assuming to that little apartment or whatever. Okay. So then he calls Hope all in a panic, saying, you gotta cover for me. Oh my God, you gotta cover for me. If Sheila or anybody asks you anything, you have to say I was with you. And she says, yeah, I said I'd do it. Like, I already said that. She's like, and he's like, yeah, okay, thank you. I love you. And I'm like, oh, awkward. And then he said something under his breath, kind of like, Sheila, please don't be mad. I'm like, yeah. So then I'm sitting there going, is Sheila ever going to connect the dots? Is she ever going to put the puzzle together? Or, you know? And so she finally starts putting the puzzle together a little bit. And then I swear to God, I saw the moment on screen. I was looking at the TV. And in that moment, I saw her put everything together, kind of, where she doesn't think Deacon is so innocent, and she knows Deacon is up to something, but she doesn't know what. That's what it felt like to me. Okay, now getting to the other storyline, because there was a little hint of another one. Okay, so apparently they're really gonna go with Harrison Cohn as Deke. He's gonna try to get a job with Logan, Katie's company, fashion house. So I really hope that happens. Well, I really want some closure on the Eric thing first. I mean, real closure, not the closure that we got. Because, yes, I just said closure, but it didn't feel like it. It felt like they just rushed to the end and didn't really fix it. I don't know. That's what it feels like as a viewer. So, yeah. But then if once everything is done with that, like, or whatever way they're going to go with it, I really want, well, first of all, I want to see Harrison Cohn more on screen. And also, I want to see him as a designer because he would be the first gay designer, which I know that's not unheard of in today's world, but on a soap opera, it is. Believe me, it is. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm really pulling for this kid. All right. Bye, guys.